Anyone who's familiar with the youngest geopolitical SMP server in Minecraft will know about the Antarctic world domination and exactly how it went down. But today we'll cover not just that, but all the territorial crises on SMP Earth so far. But first I must ask you, have you seen these other SMP Earth videos of mine? Because if you have seen them, there's a 99% chance you're not subscribed. No, look, I'm not lying. And you might miss the future ones if you're not subscribed. So subscribe and hit the bell as well if you want the most reliable way to see my videos again. And I wonder how hard my average watch time just tanked. Anyway, Territorial Crises. The first two crises actually both happened on day 3, one of which was considered a major one. We'll start with the smaller crisis. The main character here is Kara Corvus of the Corvarian Empire. Kara was trying to get rid of an accidental claim she made in the southern part of the Arabian Peninsula. But then she started having problems with unclaiming. In an effort to resolve this, she decided to claim a bunch of land and then unclaim it again. But that went horribly wrong.
F claim 100. And then I'll just F unclaim 100. Alright. Did that work? Oh no, is it just growing bigger? Oh no, it's just getting bigger and bigger. Oh, it's just getting bigger! Oh no!
Kara!
It's okay.
You claimed into my... Why?
Don't worry. Don't worry, I'm gonna unclaim right now. It'll be fine. Hold on. Okay, I put unclaim, radius 200, so hopefully it should go away. Okay, so it's not going away.
How have you managed to do this? Nobody else has managed to do this so far.
I don't know.
The situation was ultimately resolved when Kara decided that the only way to fix this was to disband her faction and reclaim all its former land afterwards. And it would surely be the only time a situation like the Middle East crisis would ever happen again. That was the name of it, by the way. But it had already happened before, as earlier that day, the Great Boomer Misunderstanding had happened. Yep, that's what the wiki named it. As the name implies, voiced over Pete is the main character in this story. So, on day 2 there was a faction reset, which basically got rid of a bunch of Antarctic Empire's claims, and that included claims in Australia, and Pete was sent to reclaim the lost land. But he made a fatal mistake. Upon reaching an Australian mountain range, he did F-claim 50, which, if you remember from like a minute ago, doesn't tend to go well. Pete was oblivious at first to the crimes that he had just committed, but everyone else on the server, well, they knew pretty fast.
Awesome. Look at Pete's claim in Australia.
Have you joined it? Wait, let me
That's
see.
what I said. Pete has all of Australia. Shade has been thrown.
Can't wait for World War II. World War I hasn't even happened.
This might be the beginning of World War I.
And Krinios of the Bean Empire was especially upset because Pete claimed a part of his island. And you might think, oh, it's just the Bean Empire, Antarctica can handle that. But they're actually a protectorate of the German Empire, and the German Emperor Josh was ready to protect them and go to war. I mean, completely justified, as someone had just claimed a part of their empire. So how did Pete react to his new Australia? Well, let's find out.
I just claimed half the planet. Techno will be so proud. Pete, you just claimed half the world. Philza will be like, what happened? World domination, Techno. Yes, to infinity and beyond. I feel like Thanos right now. I'm still going.
Pete was pretty happy about his newfound power, but a few minutes later he unclaimed it and the crisis was resolved. Pete claimed a much more reasonable area and he was forgiven. Krinios had to claim the land that he lost back though. We move on now to Antvenom and what would later be called the Arctic claiming Mishap. He was curious about the overall limits of claiming and tested claiming a large chunk of land in the Arctic Ocean.
You know what? I kind of want to try a big claim right here. Kara did like 200. Pete did 50 and claimed all of Australia. Yeah, I saw. That's what I mean. Hang on, let's try this. F, claim 10. See? Wow, that's actually pretty small. Did it claim it all? Or is it limited? I think per claim might be limited, actually. Unclaim 10. Okay. Because I don't actually want this land. Try 30 to see if it goes bigger with one command. I don't think it will because it would have tried. You know, I'll try it anyways. F, claim 30. No, it does not. It actually, I could see the border around where it stopped claiming. Oh god, I've got this weird, like, partial square now of claimed land.
Now I'm pretty sure he makes the same mistake as Kara here. He unclaims it too soon before it's done claiming. Which I've noticed seems to mess it up. Pete had no problems because he waited for the claims to be done. So I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
Well, let me try unclaiming it again. Check the map. Oh my god! Wait, no! No! The claim is growing on its own! Unclaim! Stop it! No! 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 It's saying I don't own any of it. I've ruined the power. I've ruined this entire server. I'm not unclaiming anything. This area of the Arctic is mine.
After the claim got too large, Antvenom just decided to leave it there. But Josh of the German Empire stepped in. He would not tolerate such border gore. And can we just appreciate Josh for cleaning up these disgusting borders on the map? Truly a great leader. Anyway, the German Empire went to war with Stahl. Now I'm not gonna cover the whole war here, but I will cover the peace treaty called the Treaty of Berlin. Now I'm not gonna read the whole treaty, but it basically stated that Stahl and the German Empire would remain neutral until day 20 or December 11th, 2019, and Antvenom would have to clean the borders of the Arctic as well as New England. Now we move on to the biggest and most well-known crisis out there, the Antarctic world domination. Technoblade had seen a flaw with the claiming system. See, the borders automatically fill in when you claim around it. He speculated that the Antarctic Empire would be able to make a giant square around the entire world and then it would fill in. And this would require way less power than individually claiming each chunk on the map, so it was actually possible to claim the whole world. He got to work. Phil would claim half of the square and Techno would claim the other half. They had some complications though. At first, they used planes that were too fast, and they were actually skipping chunks so it wouldn't autofill. And that was resolved by using the slowest plane out there. Then Arliss Finch decided to try and stop them by overclaiming a part of the square. But he was actually recruited into the Antarctic Empire, probably out of fear, but he was recruited anyway. Then there was Josh. He tried everything to stop them. He destroyed their planes, but Techno just decided they would use a boat. He reset their faction power in hopes that it would make them unable to claim any more land. But that didn't work. Nothing worked. And ultimately, the world was conquered. Or was it? See, the point of the autofill is that it would be purely cosmetic. There's no actual claim, it just shows the claim on the map and that's it. So all the nations still lived on. The map was broken but the server was fine. However, Wilbursut and the admins saw it as, I quote, probably a war crime. What followed was the Saint-Malo trials. Now I'll just go over this very quickly as there are many videos on this topic, and I recommend you watch Technoblade's video on this. So here's a brief summary. Arliss abandons them, they have to unclaim all of the land, and a whole bunch of rules were made against claiming the whole world. And finally, the latest Territorial Crisis, and probably the last one too, as it happened as early as day 10. The main character of this story is Jameski of the Prime faction, now called New Hawaii. Now he wasn't actually streaming at the time as he was just trying to claim a field of flowers, but apparently the claim started expanding like crazy and he was unable to stop it. And now I wonder if he made the same mistake as Kara and Antvenom. Anyway, the damage was catastrophic and it affected a total of 25 different countries. It was so bad that the map had to be reset to what it was on day 8 just after the Saint-Malo trials. After the reset, James tried to claim Australia for himself. But this is what happened. But with Chip's help, he finally managed to get it done. But this wasn't without consequences. It was followed by a lot of war. And if you want me to cover that in a future video, just remember to subscribe. And that is it. We made it through another piece of SMP Earth history. And we also made it through another decade. That's right, it's a new year and I just wanna thank you guys again. My goal in November was maybe 6,000 subs by the end of the year if I was lucky. But we managed to hit 8,000. And you guys also made me a real SMP Earth historian. So I can't thank you enough for that. And also shout out to Amish for making it happen. And yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time.